What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, live with Jay, number 129. Tapping in, kicking back, out and about right now. It's actually nice tonight. It's not that cold. I'm actually not wearing a big ass jacket or nothing like that. It's like the last time I was out and about doing a live, it was freezing outside. Right now, it's actually nice. I guess because they said it might rain, so it's a little humid. But it's actually not that fucking frosty and cold like it normally is. I was actually walking right now. I took a little mile walk right now because it was nice outside. Yeah, I took a day off today, didn't work, chilling. Wanted to tap in with you guys. Live with Jay, number 129. El Torito. Yeah, we'll talk about him. We'll talk about him. For sure, that's a big thing we're going to talk about today. But before I talk about that, we'll talk about I just let more people get in, tapping in out here in Contra Costa County, dropping my location. But yeah, man, I'm wearing a rugby shirt. How do you guys like these rugby shirts? I got a few of them. I like them. They're kind of like little sweaters, kind of. And I got my Kango. And I got my stunner shades. But yeah, we'll talk about Little Toro in a minute. So is it confirmed that he's dead? Because I'm hearing a lot of hearsay. I just want to know if it's true that he passed away. I read the report that's going around the internet. I found it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. How's everybody been? Hopefully everybody's been good. Hopefully you guys had a good week in the trunk. I'm right here chilling in a parking lot. I'm dropping my location in a minute. Sometimes I like doing them here more in the parking lot than at home because at home I can't be loud. People are asleep. People want me to get off. And what's up, Gooch? So here I can talk about whatever I want, be as loud as I want, whatever. You know what I mean? And then my computer makes hella noise now. Hold on, Dave just hit me up. Hold on, I'm gonna tell him I'm live now. Oh shit, I gotta send him a link. Little Fluffy. Hey, nah, I don't have a Freddy Krueger. I think the Freddy Krueger is like green and red. This one's blue and red. But anyway, I guess let's get in it. Let's talk about what everybody want to talk about. You know what I mean? Looks like Little Toro passed away, according to what people are saying. Now, I don't want to say he's dead. I want to know, is it confirmed that it was him? Because I don't know. There's a lot of speculation. The news report that's out there says that there was an incident, but it doesn't give a name or anything like that. It just says it happened in Concord, California. But is it really him that passed away? You know what I mean? I haven't seen no videos of him saying, "I didn't pass away," one of his crash out videos. But if he did pass away, if he didn't, then hey, I'll retract anything I'm gonna say today. But if he indeed passed away, and that is what's happening, it is unfortunate, and it's crazy because we were just talking about Little Toto in the last live I did last week when I was out in Hayward in the haystack, and I did a live in my car. We were talking about Little Toto. You know what I mean? And then a week later, this happens. It's crazy, But, unfortunately, I'm assuming that he had very serious mental issues. It seems like he did. You know what I mean? Was he getting the help he needed? Should have been at a mental institution. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know him personally. Never met the guy, but from what I see, you know what I mean? He had a lot of issues going on, catting out, starting shit with people, beating up a little kid over a cell phone. He's homeless one minute, he's a Norteño one minute, he's a Sureño the next minute, he's a comedian the next minute, he's a God knows what the next. You feel me? And yeah, man, it's pretty unfortunate, you know. He's in LA, he's a big time Norteño in LA. He goes to Hawaii and crashes out in Hawaii. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, like what's wrong with this dude? You know. And according to the news report that I read, it said that it was a domestic dispute. If it was indeed Little Toro or his family, but it said that there was a domestic dispute and someone passed away. I don't know. I can't remember if it said how they passed away, but one person was dead, three were injured, and people are saying that the dead was Little Toro. You know what I mean? And I know I've been following some stuff out there just to for I can make it better live today. And some people were saying that Little Toro in the past has said in some lives that he lived with his grandfather or something like that, and that he's half Puerto Rican and half white, I believe, and that he has drama with the white side, according to what he said, or he doesn't see eye to eye with his family, and it's probably because of his own crazy behaviors. You know what I mean? And with all due respect, as far as I know, because I don't know the dude personally, homie was a J-Cat, man. Dude was a knock. You know, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about gangbanging. Who knows? What I read, it was a domestic dispute. If it would have been gang related, damn well they would have put gang related. But from what we know is that he was a J-Cat. Unfortunately, he wasn't all there in the head. And he looked like he was bipolar or had some very serious schizophrenia. And a lot of times when some of these folks have manic episodes, they have crazy strength. And who's to say he didn't have a manic episode in his family? Maybe he beat up a few of his family members. That's why three were injured. And it took someone to take him out with a weapon, I'm assuming. And that's it. And that's tragic. That's tragic and unfortunate, man. But, like so many out there, man, like the Savage Studios of the world. If you crash out on this shit, if you're putting dark energy out there, negative energy, you're putting out to the world that you're this, you're that, and you don't give a fuck, and rah, 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 that, that attracts bad energy. And I know that for a fact because I've seen it. Whatever energy you put out to the world, that is going to come right back to you. You feel me? And, and yeah, unfortunately, Little Toro was putting a lot of negative energy out there, a lot of just weird stuff. And damn it, the lights went out outside. That sucks. I parked right under a lamp and the thing went out. Can you believe that? But anyway, probably because it's nighttime, they probably turned it off, fuckers. It's cool. We'll do it in the dark. In the dark. Maybe I'll turn on the car in a little bit before I can turn on the light. But yeah, if you put that bad energy out there, man, bad energy is gonna come back to you, man, and that's just a reality, bro. And I've seen it. Just chilling, Timo. What's up, man? He used to be normal when he was Nasty North Records. Yeah, I mean, I said it last time. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. I heard. Turn the light on, Gordo. I heard. Let me turn on the car for a little bit. Like that, I can turn the light. You know, he used to be a good rapper. I heard some of his stuff, and I ain't gonna lie, he was a good rapper. He had flows, man. He was a pretty dope rapper. He had cool beats too in some of his songs. Even though he was a younger dude, he wasn't really going for the hyphy sound. He had more of that mob old school sound. One particular song I liked by him was called "Homies to Foes," I think, or something like that, or "Homies to Enemies," or something like that. And a fucking sick ass song. It sounds like a song from the '90s, like from a song from my era. I was like, damn, it's pretty dope for a youngster to get down like that. You feel me? But you know, he was a pretty talented rapper, and you know, God knows what happened to that dude. What's up, Uncle Dave? But you know, God knows what happened to him. Probably he probably already had pre-existing conditions with his mental status, and I wouldn't be surprised if he abused drugs and abused alcohol, and you know how it goes. You know what? I might move to another spot real quick. I'm in my car where there's light. Hold on. There's a. Let me see. I'm gonna go over here. There's a light down here. I don't think that one will go out. I'm dropping my location. Oh yeah, there's two lights right here. Hopefully they don't go out. Over there, they could left me right in the dark. But yeah, man, he was a talented dude, but you know, the drugs, the alcohol, probably already had pre-existing conditions of maybe some kind of psych problems. We don't know his history. And yeah, man, it's just unfortunate that if that was him that passed away, that he's gone, man. And then you know, supposedly they're saying he had bad charges. And now it's just hella dark over there. Right here, there's light. Back there, be light. Supposedly people are saying he had bad charges, and you know, he's gone now. Supposedly, you know. I just tell people it's a cautionary tale, man. You know, be careful what you put out in the world. Be careful the energy you put out there. Because karma is a bitch. And it will come back tenfold. That's for sure. I remember when I was young, I hung around a rough crowd for a little bit. And I just remember a lot of those dudes, man, they just thought negatively. Um, they just thought negatively all the time. They thought about fighting people, pulling legs, gang banging, selling dope, just doing, robbing people, just doing harm to others. And I felt that negative energy come from them one day, and I just stopped kicking it with them because I told myself I'm not reckless like that. I don't want to end up like them, and a lot of them didn't end up in good places, you know. But yeah, I just kinda feel fuck old boy was meant to cry for help. Yeah, was he crying for help? Maybe. You know, did the system fail him? Definitely. The system fails a lot of people with mental problems. That's why there's so many locals out there. That's one thing I could blame on the system, man. And that goes back to Ronald Reagan. I know people are going to say, well, that was 40 years ago. But Ronald Reagan is the one who deregulated and took away mental health programs and institutions and all that, closed them. So that is the result. That is why you see more crazy people now than you did then. You know? And these people don't get help, man. And it's unfortunate. Just like when we were talking about the girl that got killed on the subway or the light rail in North Carolina a while back, the Russian girl or Ukrainian, whatever she was. You know what I mean? By admission, his own family, the dude who did that, said that the dude was mentally unstable and that they had told the police to lock him up in a mental institution. His own family had said that. But he was out in the streets, you know what I mean? And And look what happened, you know. Also, look at Mia Wilson. She was a black girl who got killed on the BART some years back, and same thing, a mentally unstable dude. It didn't seem like there was any kind of provocation or anything prior, and he just stabbed the girl for no reason, you know? And it's unfortunate, man, because there's a lot of people out there with mental instabilities, and no one does nothing for them, man, to help them. That's why these crazy things keep happening. You know, must have been really bloody scene. Grandma's maybe, bro. Something happened, but it wasn't Concord. You know, it was like I was looking up the area. It was like it said Laurel Drive, I think, and it was that area is like it's kind of a nice area. It's not like one of the hood areas. Like the hood areas of Concord are like Monument, Detroit Avenue, around Solano's kind of like hood too. Solano area. You know what I mean? Those are kind of like I guess you could say sort of like the hoods of Concord, but like where he got killed, that's not really the hood. That's like going up towards like Clayton. Those areas are kind of lightweight nice. Concord for the most part is nice, but you know you got little pockets, bro, like Monument and like Detroit Avenue and Solano area. It's kind of I guess you could say it's like the hood of Concord. But the area where Little Toro got, taken out, okay, allegedly, that's a nice area of Concord. Like that's not considered a poor area. I was looking it up and I was like, oh, that's like going towards Clayton. Like when you go up, what's that, Clayton Road? Maybe he said that some of his family's white and some of his family's Puerto Rican or Latino. Clayton's big money. That's what I'm saying. That's not a poor area. But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Wasted talent. The dude was a talented dude. He could have went big places, but God knows what happens to that dude. You know what I mean? He's been crashing out for a few years now on the web. You know? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be around him. You know. I never really watched him. Like all his crash out stuff, I never watched his channel, bro. It just didn't interest me. You know. I didn't want to watch a man disintegrate, bro. I just didn't. I've seen that shit in my own life, bro. I've seen it sadly happen to one of my good friends, bro. It wasn't that bad of a crash out, but it was more of the drug addicted kind. And yeah, it fucked with me, bro. It mentally fucked with me. And maybe that's why I didn't want to watch Little Toto crash out, bro. You feel me? Because it just reminds me of my friend that passed away as well. Because of drugs, talented dude. He wasn't a rapper or nothing like that, but he was talented in his own things. Businessman, had his own business, had his own place, had cars, had females, and threw it all away for fucking drugs, bro. Like, literally. Like, I, I just, like, what I seen at the end fucking tore me up still to this day inside, bro. What I seen the final end, bro. You know what I mean? It wasn't cool. It wasn't funny. It wasn't nothing, bro. It was fucking sad, bro. You know what I mean? It makes me want to fucking cry thinking about it, bro. You know? And maybe that's why I didn't want to watch Little Toto disintegrate, bro. Because I seen it already, bro. You know? And yeah, man, it's unfortunate it happens. And the drugs, the alcohol, the fucking lifestyle of the streets, bro. It'll take a toll on you eventually. And like we said, wasted talent, man. And the dude, he disintegrated on TV, bro, and now he's gone. Not on TV, but on online on YouTube, on IG or whatever. You know, maybe if there were mental institutions or places that could hold them for a while, maybe it could have helped them. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, so I really don't know, bro. You know, but if these are all allegedly because I don't know, but I'm people are saying that it's confirmed that that's him that passed away. You know what I mean? And if he is dead, an R.I.P. man. That's all I can really say. Rest in peace, and sucks that happened to him. I think that's the way he went out. I got family members that had with Toro, bro. They literally have demons. Some see where. Uncle. Yeah, man. I had a family member that used to be really hard into drugs and stuff, and we disowned him damn near for a little bit, because he was just doing too much. So I understand. And then my best friend, bro, what happened to him as well, bro. You know, you'd have to get him. But yeah, man. But yeah, if he is gone, then I mean, he put bad energy out there, man. He talked a lot of shit about people and about different things, and you know, hopefully he's in a better place, man. Hopefully he's not suffering no more. You know, it's not that I hate addicts. I hate the addiction and what it does to people, bro. It's pretty fucking sad, and I've seen it a lot over my years of my 48 years in this world, bro. And it's just fucking sad, bro. It's sad what people do to themselves, man, for a quick little high, bro. It really is. It's amazing. I've seen some people literally throw their lives away in the garbage in a Ouija board. But yeah, man. So yeah, put it in the comments. Tell me your thoughts, man. That was my little discussion about little Toro. What I feel, I've never met the dude, never talked to him, never hit him up. Never was interested in the dude. I mean, too much baggage with that guy, you know what I mean? You know? 6 years. Congrats. Jose blushes on her day talking to him about Colombian squad. Yeah, man. That fentanyl shit's no joke either. That shit kills people, bro. But yeah, man, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think about the situation. Um, yeah. R.I.P. to the dude. That's all I can say. Yeah, I heard Selena's dad passed away. Someone had said that earlier. I heard he passed away. He was up there in age because I remember when Selena passed, he already looked older even then. So I'm pretty sure he was an old dude. You know, I would say that Selena's dad, what was his name? Abraham Quintanilla, right? He was the he was the Mexican Joe Jackson, literally. You know what I mean? They shared a lot in common. Both of them were religious fanatics. Joe Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness. Uh, um, Selena's dad, I think, I don't know if he was a Jehovah's Witness or super Christian or one of those things. They were both very religious. They were both very strict. Um, And oh yeah, I'll talk about that too. Um, they've both forced their kids to become artists at a very young age, just like Joe Jackson did. You know, Joe Jackson, he had fucking hella kids. He had what? He had more kids than Selena's dad. I know that. Joe Jackson had like 8, 10 kids, something like that. Um, and I know his cousin good. They wrote him off. Was begging to get off. But you know, Joe Jackson had a big family. You know, they lived back in the 50s and 60s when segregation and very racist times. And, you know, he got his kids to become artists, the Jackson 5. That's how the Jackson 5 started. You know what I mean? The same thing with Abraham Quintanilla. You know, he's a Tejano from Texas. He has a, what? He has like 5 kids. Well, Selena, Abraham Jr., 3 kids, right? Was it 3 or 4? I can't remember. I know Selena, the sister, and Abraham's I think 3. But you know, they lived in Texas, and Texas, you know, also has a history of being very discriminatory towards Latinos, especially back in those days. And you know, he made his kids learn Spanish. Uh, they didn't speak Spanish. He taught them how to sing in Spanish. Selena didn't really speak Spanish, even though she sung in Spanish. And you know, they became these famous kids. You know, Selena, her unfortunate demise, and then Abraham Quintanilla Jr. kind of took it on with his Cumbia Kings project he did for a lot of years. You know what I mean? And and yeah, it looks like he passed away recently. You know, sucks that Selena wasn't alive, man, to bury him. That she had to bury him was like my better have my money than the rain, sleet, or snow. Joe Jackson was a beast, man. Joe Jackson had a rep. He used to beat the shit out of his kids, didn't he? I don't know if Selena's dad did, but I know Joe Jackson, he had a rep. You always had those characters. There was Joe Jackson, Selena's dad, and then there was the dude. What was his name? The dude that was married to Tina Turner. The one that used to beat her ass. What was her name? What was his name? Ike Turner. Yeah. He sang Tejano, or did he sing? He also sang like oldies too, right? Like old school R&B. Maybe Quintanilla. Joe the Pimp, was he? That I don't know. He had hella kids though. That motherfucker had hella kids. I think he even had kids from other ladies too. Conjunto. I think Michael Jackson and Janet and them, I think they have um half brothers and sisters, I think. Michael Jackson, he had hella brothers and sisters. There's like a couple brothers and sisters that weren't as well known as the others. That's how big that family was. Freddie Fender did sing. Yeah, I remember Freddie Fender, The World Nuts. I used to say, man, if I run into the guy, honey lie, polkas. We just talked about Big Toto for like a half an hour. You got to rewind the live, brother. I just talked about him for like a half an hour. Now we're moving on. Yeah, but Selena, A.B. Quintanilla, Selena, or A.B. Quintanilla Sr. passed away, I heard. R.I.P. You know? He did create a musical legacy, created generational wealth for sure for his family. I'll give him that. Just like Joe Jackson did for his family. He was 85. Yeah, he was up there because he looked old even when I was a kid. When Selena died, he already looked old. He looked like he was probably like in his 50s back then. 50s or late 40s. How did Toto pass? Does anybody know? Did he get shot or did he get stabbed? Did he get strangled? What happened? I couldn't confirm in the report. He just said one person was dead and three others injured. But yeah, and then you got that other crazy shit. Someone brought it up earlier of that famous director and actor Rob Reiner, which that's crazy, man. Rob Reiner and his wife, like, it looks like they got killed by supposedly by their son. That's what they're saying. That their son was a drug addict. Got hit in the neck, what, with a bullet or with a knife? Oh yeah, we'll talk about that too. But yeah, Rob Reiner, he came out a lot of movies back in the '80s. He was Meathead in the show All in the Family. He also directed a lot of movies. He was also married to Penny Marshall. Penny Marshall for many years was the actress who used to play Laverne and Shirley. You know what I mean? But supposedly they're saying that the son killed him and his wife, and that the son had issues with drugs as well. Maldita drogas, like shortcuts always say, and that they had put him in a rehab supposedly, and he got out, and then he killed his parents. Like, what the fuck, man? Who does that, man? Sad. That's tragic, man. You know. But yeah, Rob Reiner, he did a lot of movies back in the days. Very political guy. I think he was a leftist, Jewish guy. But yeah, man. It's crazy, though. That came out of left field when I read that the other day. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Happened in, I think, in Southern California, in Brentwood, I think I heard. Not Brentwood in Northern California, but I guess Brentwood in Southern California. I guess that's the Ritzy area up there. Always in threes, huh? Yeah, but Avery Quintanilla, he died of natural causes, I believe. And the other day, I read someone made a video that there was a girl that got killed in Stockton in a shooting or something a couple weeks ago, right after the big shooting that happened out there. And I remember this story. Supposedly, this girl had a troubled past. Uh, Supposedly, I remember hearing about this some years back. I didn't know it was so long ago. It was back in 2017. I guess she was drunk and she was live streaming and she got into an accident and she killed her sister. And in the video, she acted like she didn't even care or something like that. You know what I mean? And I can only imagine that girl probably had a troubled past and troubled mental state. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it looked like she got killed in Stockton. I don't know too much about her. I remember when that happened. I can't believe that was in 2017. That was damn. That fucking time flew by, man. But yeah, I heard she got killed. Was she from Merced? I can't remember where she was from, but I know that I think I seen the video back in the days of where she flipped over. If I remember, she flipped over or something like that. She flipped over and the sister got smashed or something and got killed. Tragic, man. Like, fuck. The fuck is wrong with what I'm saying, bro? Don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol, man. Because that shit'll fuck you up. Another one, too. Going to hell. That's why I stay away from drogas and alcohol. I don't need it in my life. Don't want it. I can't tell you what to do, but I stay away from it. Bad enough I'm already a fat fuck and I love to eat. That's my fucking drug. You know? Imagínate if I was fucking doing shit. Gunner's boyfriend. She was drunk driving when she killed her sister. Yeah, if I remember right. My sister told me, because my sister's a nurse, she said, both of my sisters are nurses. She's like, if you would have been fat how you are, Jose, and you would have been drinking or on alcohol, you would have been sick right now. You would probably be on your way out. She's probably right, because that's the same thing that happened to my friend, man. He was kind of overweight. But he was doing good, but once he started abusing the drugs, ya estuvo. That's it. You know? So maybe it's a good thing, you know? So what's up with Lucky? Why are people trying to cancel him? And what the fuck is up with Adam 22's trying to start shit? That guy's a fucking lop. Fucking cuck. So supposedly, Pete, this all started, I guess, with that girl Jenny 69. Supposedly, I don't understand. Is she messing around with that dude with the blue face? I think, or is she just signed to his label or something? I don't know what the fucking big deal is. So they're making a big deal about her supposedly messing around with some black rapper, and I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. It's nobody's fucking business who you fuck with. And if she's trying to get her bag, let her get her bag. Why are you fucking hating on her? But I guess the dude said something about black dudes are African booty scratchers or something. Now, I don't know if he was joking around. I don't know what context he was saying in. I know a lot of people take shit out of context and they want to fucking put all Latinos on, make every Latino look out to be racist for what one fucking idiot said. You know what I mean? But yet they get mad when you blame all their people for the actions of one idiot. You know what I mean? But a lot of these fucking weirdos, you know how some of these fools are. They're fucking weird Chicanos. Well, Lucky's half Jewish and half Chicano. But you know how it is. These fools claiming they're Chicanos and they're this. You know what I mean? And, these fools are Trump supporters or fucking. They want to be like Nick Fuentes, thinking they're white boys. They have fucking serious identity crisis. But, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what context he's saying in. I'm assuming he was playing around and people are just taking it out of context. You know what I mean? I did see a little snippet of it. I don't know. I don't know if it warrants, I look at it like this. If you want to call out Lucky for it, call out Lucky for it. I don't disagree. But don't go around saying that all Mexicans are racist and we're all the same and we all think alike and all this fucking nonsense. You feel me? Because you motherfuckers would not like it if we do that. If we said, well, all black people think this way and all black people are this way. You know what I mean? And that doesn't get anywhere. That's my only thing with it. You know what I mean? That's my only thing with it. I scratch my own booty when it itches. So I'm a booty scratcher. Lucky, he's half Jewish, I heard, half Russian Jew. He even I remember a long time ago, he used to have a Star of David, the Israeli flag on his channel. He had an Israeli flag and a Mexican flag. I don't know if he took it down, but I know some years back he did. Could have fooled me. The fool looks straight up like a beaner like me, but that's what people are saying. I think he said it himself that he's mixed. Yeah. I got game. I gotta get that game back because my game has been lame lately. But I try. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if you want to call out Lucky for him saying some dumb shit, call him out. As far as fucking Adam 22 saying that Rasa's racist and the black people gotta stand up, fuck him. That guy's a fucking piece of shit, bro. You know, Adam 22, I don't know, man. He's gotten lucky because he puts a lot of negative shit out there himself. Tries to start all kinds of drama. He's just lucky. I guess because he got a lot of security and people looking out for him. You know what I mean? Adam 12. I mean, that motherfucker's always trying to start shit, always trying to instigate shit. You know, but I don't know if he's so worried about it. Why don't him and Lucky put a fade? You know what I mean? They should call Chicano Tube and do one of his boxing matches. Fuck it. If he's so worried about it, you know. Joker. I'm not exactly sure. I never really watched Hoodstock, so I'm not too familiar with his channel. You know. But you know, even Jenny 69, who gives a fuck who she's dating? Let that girl do her thing. I mean, look at it like this, bro. The so-called Chicano Sureño rappers turned on her. So, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at her. They and all them want to talk shit about her, but they all turned on her, didn't they? They tried to jump her and pull some gangbang shit on her. So, you know, I can't blame her. I think I remember that, Timo. A lot of these fucking sellouts always have like people weirdos like that, bro. Like Nino America types and JCAX like that. I would never platform no motherfucker like that, bro. Yeah, wasn't Lady Pink the one that started that shit? Malitas gangas. So it's like the Chicano rap community in LA, I guess, or in SoCal didn't accept her. So why are they getting mad and now she's with Blueface? You know, you guys rejected her. You know, Gold Toes is the one that gave her a chance. A dude from the Bay. Don't fade me. Who's Lush? Yep, Miss Lady Pink be hating on Northern people, even civilians, started because she listened to SPM. Oh, yeah, I do remember that, too. I think I do remember you sending it to me. I mean, I'm not surprised, bro. It just doesn't surprise me. A lot of these motherfuckers, bro, platform these kind of weirdos, bro. You know. But yeah, man. She wanted long dong. Well, let her get long dong. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It's none of my business. Just like it's none of anybody's business who I fuck. You know what I mean? That's how it is. I don't give a fuck. As long as it don't affect me or my family. Like, if it's one of my family members and she's fucking around with a dude who's a scumbag, I might tell her something. Like, hey, you know that dude you're fucking with a scumbag. You know, you should watch out. Long dong silver. Tyrone on here. But yeah, man. Yeah, I remember listening to SPM stuff, and I I don't know. That warrant get trying to jump her. They should have told her, look, SPM's no good. We don't fuck with that dude. And that's it. Not threatening to beat her, especially if she's a civilian. Like, come on, man. Wendy. But yeah, man. But you know, I don't really even know much about Jenny 6ix9ine. I don't even remember what she looks like, to be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real. But you know, let her do her thing. As long as she's not hating on nobody. Now, if she was on some sellout shit, like on some, like I'm with Blueface now, fuck the raza, then I would be like, fuck her. But she's not on nothing like that, bro. You feel me? Lefty. R. Kelly, R. Kelly's the worst of them all. That fool pissed on a what? On a 13-year-old girl or something like that? I mean, Toro, look at Toro. He had supposedly had bad charges too. Left, oh yeah, left. Didn't Lefty, wasn't he gonna fight with Lucky, if I remember right? Remember when they were gonna get into a squabble one time? They were like wearing no shirts and shit, fucking weirdos. Ain't that still on the internet? That shit was weird. The motherfuckers were not wearing no shirts. What the hell? I haven't seen Lefty in a while. He still looked all drugged out. That's another one, bro. It's wasted talent in many ways. Wes Watson. No, Wes Watson's obsessed with man kicks. I think he wants to lick on them. Oh, t-shirt. This isn't a t-shirt. This is a shirt. Okay. My pizza. Jenny 6ix9ine. I got 9 inches for her. I'm just fucking around. He was on here earlier. Man, nipples. Jose Pumpkin today. Pimpin'. I'd be scared to show, to be around Wes Watson. He'd probably get turned on by my male boobs. He'd be like, look at that guy. Now he has some great tits. I mean, he has male tits. He does. John Villa. I pity the fool. But yeah, man. Wes Watson, what happened to that fool? Is he even still around? I haven't heard about him in hella long. I haven't seen him online or nothing like I used to. I know, I probably would. I'm fucking sicko. Mel boobs. Yeah, I know ever since he got that case, and he's been like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Didn't he come on? I heard someone told me he came on what's his name, on Black TV's channel and was J-catted out. I heard that's what somebody told me. I haven't even watched it. Did anybody watch that interview? He went broke. I'm not surprised. After that thing he had with that dude Andrew Wilson, that destroyed him, bro. He never really came back from that, bro. That fool got made look so bad and so emotional by a fucking square ass dude, bro. And that dude Andrew Wilson's kind of a weirdo himself. Yeah, he came on Vlad TV, and I heard, I see little snippets of it, but some people told me that he was like acting all J-Catty and shit. I noticed long ago this old video. He was always sitting on a picnic table camera. Oh yeah. I remember those. But in those videos, he was somewhat normal still. He wasn't really yelling and acting all crazy. He was saying some dumb things already, but some of his earlier videos, he seemed more chill and more. He was more like talking about prison and the things that could happen there. But then, like later, he kind of became this weird fucking J-catted out character. Cause I seen some of his early stuff and it wasn't that bad. It was like what came afterwards. He just kind of let that get to his head. The narcissism and shit. Oh yeah, I think Big Herc is the first one to put him out, right? I think. Big Herc's another one, bro. He's another one that got released from prison because of liberal policies. You know, he'd probably still be in there, bro. You know, he robbed a bank and did all kinds of dumb shit. And he's like Mr. Pro Trump and super conservative fucking weirdo now. He swallowed the red pill. I don't know. I haven't seen Big Herc in a long time. When he started trying to go political, talking about politics, I kind of. That's what I'm saying. He's a Trumper. Somebody told me that he did gay porn. That's what somebody told me one time. I don't know if it's true or not. Big Herc's gay. He might be. Like I said, I heard a rumor that there was gay porn out there of him. Well, I don't know if it's true or not. I never went looking for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere out there it's out there. But yeah, man. I used to like his channel back in the days. It was pretty cool. But no, he kind of started going like into the political shit, and I was like, come on, bro. You're a fucking ex-con talking about prick politics. Stop it. Eye contact. Make eye contact. Busting cheeks. What do you always say? Busting cheeks. You get your wig split. Busting your cheeks. YouTube dirty gay, they said, bitch. Yeah, somebody told me there was some videos circulated of him doing like gay porn, bro. But you know, who knows? Did he? Man, but cheek busting, split your wig. He was jerking off, was he? remember he interviewed he was one of the first to interview X-Rated when he got out of jail. He also interviewed what's the other dude from the Loonies? Like early on in his channel, I think Numbskull was, yeah, Numbskull. He interviewed Numbskull. I love Negra with all my heart. Who Negra? Who the that one lady? The one that does the Chola girl? Funk Dubious, the rap group. Yeah, Numbskull. He did an interview with Numbskull back in the days. Numbskull was lightweight talking shit. In that interview, talking shit about Yuckmouth, if I remember right. Naila is thick. I'll give her that. She is a thickie. That's right, Freya. I'm trying to get by myself. Shit. This economy out here is not easy. I'll tell you that. You know, it's actually not cold tonight. It's nice tonight. It's raining a little bit. It's like sprinkly. I think that's why, because it's gonna rain. It's a little humid outside. So actually, that's why I'm not wearing a big ass jacket or nothing like I usually do. Like last week, I had a big ass puff coat on. It was fucking cold as fuck outside. When I did the live last weekend, tonight it's nice. It's cold, but it's not freezing, is what I mean. It is kind of chilly, but it's not freezing outside like it was a couple nights. Like last night, it was fucking freezing. I was working around this time last night. It was freezing outside. They say it's going to warm up a little tiny bit the next few days because it's going to rain, supposedly. So, you know, when it rains, there's humidity in the air, so it's not as cold. It's cold, don't get me wrong. It's still about probably like 49 degrees outside, but yesterday it was like 40 degrees outside. That's a big difference. And then the night before it was 35 degrees outside. No lie, it was fucking freezing. It was 35 when I got home. Like it was cold outside. I got something coming up Friday in Oakland. She's dope. You can tell she does interviews. She wants dudes meet. Probably. Yeah, but the night before when I got home, it was literally 35 degrees, bro. It was so cold. I was like, damn. But tonight it's nice. It's cold, but it's not. I think it's like probably like 49, 50 right now. That's a big difference with 40 degrees. Last night it was about 40 degrees, I think, when I got home. I'd even been lower. Might have been like 39. Yeah, man. But hey, y'all, I got to get home. I wanted to do this live with Jay. I promised a few people I'd do it. We talk about Little Toro. You know, we talked about a lot of things today, actually, but the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes was about Little Toro. Look, man, R.I.P. to Little Toro. He's gone. You know what I mean? I never wished nothing bad upon him. It was just sad to see wasted talent and see a dude like that disintegrate in camera, bro. I just didn't want to see it, you feel me? But, you know, the dude had issues, unfortunately, and he was heading towards disaster, man, unfortunately. Just like Savage Studios and others who have been on here crashing out, you feel me? It's 38 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's about how much it was the other night, Frazier, out here. It was like 35 Fahrenheit the other 2 nights ago. Yeah, if it's gonna rain, that's why it's not that cold at all right now. Like I'm saying, it's cold, but it's not freezing when I mean cold. Like all I have is this on and I'm pretty warm. Yesterday I had a big ass puff coat. You know? But yeah. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna tap out. Thanks to everybody on here. Everybody came on today. Chris Grima, Shortcuts, Timo Frazier, Uncle Dave, Julio Solario from the Big SJ. What's up, Art Best? Been a minute. Um, yeah, in Oakland. I'll post it on my IG. You'll see it. Um, and Shortcut, Shorty B out there in the 510. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys be safe. And Gooch, too. I know he was on here earlier. You guys be safe. Late.